It'll be able to edit existing scripts, generate brand new scripts, and explain existing scripts back to you. Essentially, it will become not just a tool, but an active collaborator that can help you and guide you. So I'll walk you through exactly how to do that in 2 methods. I put timestamps during different points of the video so you can click through to see which parts of the video you want to see. I am also about to put up a card at the top right of your screen. It's Twin Places tutorial on how to connect Claude to Roblox Studio for Windows only. And also now I'm going to put up a card for my video on how to connect Claude to Roblox Studio, but it only works for macOS. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Alright, there are 2 ways to set this up. The first way is through an API key. You plug the API key directly into the native Roblox AI assistant. Now let's talk about the second method. This method involves using an MCP server via the Codex desktop app and the Codex CLI. This one has a specific setup for both macOS and Windows. For method 1, it doesn't matter whether you're on macOS, Windows, or something else entirely. Alright, let's get straight into this. If you've made it this far into the video, it means that you want to see method 1. And this works for all operating systems. So, in your web browser, type OpenAI platform. Then go to API keys, click create new secret key, make sure it's owned by you. Make the name of the key whatever you want it to be. So I'll do scripted ocean key. Then I'll click create secret key, then click copy, then go to Roblox Studio. Make sure you have the AI assistant open. Click the 3 little dots, click manage API keys, toggle on OpenAI, click edit, and paste in your API key, whatever it generated for you. Click save, close this window, and every time you chat inside of the Roblox AI assistant now, it will be using whatever model you've selected here. Right now I'm using GPT 5.2. I'm not really sure why this hasn't been updated yet. The new models are actually GPT 5.4 and GPT 5.4 mini, but I'm sure it's going to be updated soon. But anyway, if we type hello, should work. But oh no, it doesn't work. Why? Well, my friends, the reason why it doesn't work is because we actually haven't purchased the API key. In order to do that, we click done, go to billing, click add payment details, fill out all this payment information, then click continue. And once you buy credits, they're added to your billing overview. Any API call made using any of your keys will automatically deduct from this central balance. So if you add $8 in your balance, it's shared across all of these API keys that you create. But that's method 1. It's okay, but there's a better method, and that's through Codex, which I'm about to show you now. If you made it this far into the video, then it means you are a Windows user who is looking for a more technical setup but just doesn't happen to have a Mac. Well, you are in luck because I'm going to teach you the exact installation process with the Codex CLI and desktop app. Let's hop right in. Open up your web browser and type in node.js install. Click download. Click Windows Installer. Press Open File. Then it's going to open up a wizard. Click Next. Then click I accept the terms in the license agreement. Click Next. Check that off. Then click Next again. Then press Install. Click Yes. It's just copying new files and just getting ready for you. And Node.js is necessary. Just click Finish, or else all this won't work. Make sure you click the Yes button right here. So now it opens up a PowerShell and it's now doing stuff. It'll take a bit, but just wait for it to cycle through. So my personal experience, I had a lot of issues setting up the windows, mainly because I probably have a virtual machine, but it'll probably be much easier for you guys to set this up. So now let's open up the Microsoft Store app. You can just go to the search bar and just type it in. Then type in Codex. Then click Get. Now it's getting ready, preparing to download. So it just takes a bit of time to download. I was actually surprised of how long it took to download it, but once it was open, I was able to do a lot with it. Alright, it's done. Click Open. And now it pops up a window, but then you just click Continue with Chatgpt and it'll get you to the screen. You can continue with any of all the options there. Then click Continue. Then you can close this page. Then go back to Codex. Click Skip. You can add a project later, so don't really worry about it. With the Codex app open, go to your search bar and type in Terminal. Then go over here, type in this command. I'll link it in the description box below. It's called npm install-g at openai/codex. Then after that, type in Codex. Just press enter a few times, and now we'll start setting up the sandbox. Click yes. And now it's all ready. So, to continue, go to Roblox Studio, open up your project, just initializing plugins. Takes a few moments to open Roblox Studio on my virtual machine because it's kind of slow. But anyway, click the AI System button, click the 3 dots, click Manage MCP Servers, go to Setup Instructions, enable Studio as MCP, and copy startup command for CLI tools, since we are working inside of the Codex CLI. Then just paste in the command, and now Codex CLI is working. So now Codex is seeing if the Roblox batch file I provided will run cleanly. Ooh, it did not start successfully. It exited with code 1 and hit batch parsing errors. Yeah, so if you get that error, patch the MCP bat into a valid batch syntax and rerun it. If you do not face that error, then advance further into the video. So now type in trace the next layer by checking how Studio MCP.exe expects to be started, or by testing it with explicit arguments. Once you're done typing that, press enter, and now it's working again. Alright, if you've been stuck on this mcp.bat being corrupted thing, then type into Codex CLI, add a wrapper script that keeps Studio MCP.exe alive long enough for Studio to attach. So now you can finally paste in this command. So I'm now telling the Codex CLI to run this command again. Now let's see if it works. It worked. But now this is the part that is kind of tricky. So go back to your manage MCP servers thing and go to setup instructions and copy the JSON configuration and just paste it into the chat. Then type in what I have in the prompt there. So I said, now can you make it so that it works for the Codex desktop app? So now what the Codex CLI is going to do is edit the configuration file for the Codex desktop app. And now let's see if it works. So it's locating the Codex app MCP config, just like I said. And it's now getting close to done. So it's running a few last commands, and it's now configured for Codex. So now the remaining step is just to close out both Roblox Studio and Codex. And once both of them are closed, we'll finally see if it works. So to clarify, you won't have to do anything else. It's now fully set up within that configuration file in the Codex desktop app. Alright, now go back to the Manage MCP Servers button. Make sure Enable Studio as MCP Server is enabled. Alright, so go back to Codex. Do you have access to my Roblox game? Alright, so now right now it's thinking. And it's asking whether the Roblox Studio MCP connection is available in this session. And yes, it does have access to a connected Roblox Studio MCP server in this session. It works! Alright, if you made it this far into the video, it means they'd like to see the macOS setup for method 2. Just keep in mind that I'm not going to share with you the installation process for Node.js, the Codex desktop app, because it's pretty self-explanatory. But anyway, let's hop right in. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is click AI Assistant. Then click the three little dots right here. Then click Manage MCP Servers. Toggle on Enable Studio as MCP Server. Just open up Startup Commands for CLI tools for now. Now go to Terminal. Paste in this command. It will be in the description box below. And we run it. And we added 2 packages in 1 second. Now let's go back here. Click Copied. Go back to Terminal. And we type in Codex, so we can start up the Codex CLI. And as you see here, we have the Codex CLI open, and we just type in run this command. That command right there, the command that was just in our Roblox Studio. So now it's beginning to work. It's running the requested binary, and it's checking whether it starts cleanly or needs sandbox approval. Just click yes, proceed. Still working. Just give it another minute. Alright, so it says waiting for background terminal. And just like that, it's all set up. but it's only set up in the Codex CLI. So just type in this prompt that I'm about to say. So I say, can you make sure that it's set up inside of the Codex desktop app? So it's actually built into the configuration itself. Still working, and it's checking. Hey, just click allow. Click allow again. If you click don't allow on anything, it won't work. Still working, and Codex is just running through some commands right now and waiting for background terminal again. You know, it just takes a few minutes to get this all set up because you're using the Codex CLI. It's not like you just run a command and it just instantly works. So it's got one useful signal already. Codex's local storage contains call MCP entries. It means that the app is actually looking at it too. Just click yes, proceed. Just say yes to everything for now. It's working again. And now it's running Codex MCP get Roblox Studio. And it's looking at the config.toml file. The Studio MCP is now registered in Codex. So the standalone process Codex started earlier is no longer needed and could interfere with apt managed launch. So now the config is in place and it's going to run a quick sanity check. You know, your Codex might not exactly do everything that I'm telling you right now. It depends on whatever model you use. For me, I'm using GPT 5.4 mini X high. But if you use like a weaker model like GPT 5.1 mini, that's an earlier version of the GPT 5 series. And it's added it, as you can see. And it also stopped the extra standalone Studio MCP tests. Alright, now we're opening up Codex. Let's see if it actually works. So you type in inside of our prompt. You can ask Codex anything. Do you have any access to my Roblox game? It's thinking. Click allow. Allow the Roblox MCP server to run. And as you can see here, it worked. Alright guys, if you made it this far into the tutorial, it means that you'll like to see the outro. So right now, OpenAI is currently running a free public preview of Codex, meaning that you can use Codex for whatever you want and you don't have to upgrade to Chatgpt Plus or whatever paid subscription Chatgpt has. But eventually, it's gonna be restricted to Chatgpt Plus only, most likely. Or maybe Chatgpt Go, who knows. So just keep that in mind when using the second method. If you guys faced any technical difficulties during any part of this tutorial, then just make sure to just leave a comment in the description box below and I'll respond to your question once I have time. Even if after all of that you still face technical difficulties after you followed this entire tutorial and you're confident that you've made no mistakes, then you can go and check my Windsor video right now. It's in the end screen. But anyways guys, that's the video, and goodbye.